Hi Libra, welcome to your month ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality for October 2019. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. A happy birthday to you, my beautiful ones. I really truly hope that your solar return is everything that you hope for it to be, and I truly hope that it serves you well for the next year ahead. So with that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you would like to join the website, the winter solstice alignment activation session, you can do so on the website address below. And also the retrograde survival kit. Yes, you heard me. Mercury is going retrograde at the end of this month on the 31st of October, right? So when that happens, do you want a strategy? Do you want to know what crystal to use? Do you want to have a quote or a mantra for the month that you know is going to help you? It's currently half price and will be until the day that Mercury goes retrograde. For $19.99, you can get that document in the description box below. I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what your birthday month has in store for you, Libra. All right, so your actions with the interactions with the world at large this month, you get the Three of Swords, right? So you're choosing to let something go. When you get the Three of Swords, it's about a separation that hurts us in the heart. The fact that you have this in your actions and interactions with the world at large means that this is a conscious decision on your part. You are choosing to separate yourself from something. You're choosing to let something go this month. It's very often, when you get the Three of Swords, it can talk about a relationship. It doesn't, when we say relationship, it doesn't always have to be with a partner. Sometimes it can be with a loved one. Sometimes it can be with a friend. Sometimes it can be a colleague. But it is something that we feel. And, you know, sometimes when we're letting something or someone go, when we're letting someone go, it is painful, you know, especially if we've invested time, effort, invested feelings there as well. Same goes for when you're leaving a job, right? And I remember feeling this actually quite keenly when I left my full-time job. Don't get me wrong, I love Radiant Reality and, you know, this is my job now. But yeah, I felt that, you know, I'd invested 2 years of my life there and I was really gutted because it didn't end on the terms that I would like, right? So the fact that you've got the Three of Swords in your actions and interactions with the world at large, this month you're feeling it, right? This month there is someone that you are letting go. There is some kind of a bond that you are choosing to release this month, and you will feel it in the heart because you will see that it's come to its natural end. It's part of being human, right? Whenever you feel the end of something and you go through that period of mourning it, of feeling the loss, you get angry, you get sad, all the rest of it. You might be feeling that this month because there is something that you're letting go, but the beauty of it is you're releasing something because you know that there is something better further ahead. Your money and materials, did you hear that? That was the ting there. So I know that what I just said there was pertinent information. So your Four of Swords in your money and materials, this is interesting, right? So first of all, you've got a progression of cards. You've got the 3 going into the 4. Now, the 4 is about taking a rest. It's taking a pause and taking a moment. It's about taking a beat. When it comes to your money and materials this month, it could be that you are maybe letting something or someone go because it's costing you financially. You might look at something, you might look at a relationship of sorts this month and say, you know what? I'm actually giving out more than I'm receiving, and you're noticing that this month, especially when it comes to your finances, because with the Four of Swords you're taking a rest or a pause from something. This could be a group, it could be something like a hobby or a skill that you used to go to and you're thinking, you know what, I can't really afford that anymore, or I'm not getting from it what I used to, and so therefore the financial exchange no longer feels worth it. This Four of Swords basically says to you this month, when it comes to finances, take it easy. The fact that you've got progression here, right? So your actions and interactions with the world at large and your money and materials means that in some way, shape or form, these two cards are linked. These two experiences are linked. So you're relinquishing something or letting it go because it no longer gives you what it used to. But more importantly, you're going from the communication and interaction to building a foundation. So for some of you, this could be you saying to yourself, right, I'm finally ready to start getting serious about buying a home. So therefore, this and this in terms of a luxury is now going to have to go. It's now going to have to take a backseat. For some of you, this could be you letting go of a luxury item like a car and saying, you know what, I need something that's more economical because, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like the reasons will be numerous and they'll be different for everybody, but you get the general gist. So your communications with the world at large, this month you get the Queen of Swords. This is actually your card, right? All of this air energy this month for Libra, right? And it is actually because it's all come out of Virgo and it's all now heading into your sign, right? So you're about to get this intensity and all of this kind of perking up. Like, I mean, it happened for Virgos and everybody felt it there. Right, I know I certainly did because that's part of my 2nd/8th house axis. So I really kind of felt that energy in both ways. And now that grouping of planets, Venus, Mercury, the Sun, right, Mars as well, will be moving in there as well. Now that you've got that kind of taking place, you'll be feeling this kind of jumble of energies and this consolidation. Not consolidation, this kind of conglomeration is the word that I was looking for, of planets in your sign is going to kind of start to push and pull you in different ways, and it will see you seeking to express those planetary energies in different ways as well. The fact that you've got the Queen of Swords in your communication sector is brilliant. So each card, in terms of the court cards, has an astrological association. And the astrological association for the Queen of Swords is Libra, which is brilliant, right? Because in some way, shape or form, especially when it comes to your communications, you show up as yourself, right? So this month you're being true, you're being authentic. What you say is exactly what you think. What people see is exactly what they get. And the thing is, and I'm not saying that you guys are disingenuous, but Libra wants that harmony. It tends to look for the balance point. Whereas this month you're kind of saying, you know what, yes, I love balance and yes, I love harmony, but you know what I love more? Peace of fucking mind, right? Excuse my language, sorry. You know, I'm trying to be more conscious about my language these days. But you know, that's what you're saying to yourself. You know what, I prefer that more. So you know what, no more facades, no more prettying it up. We're going to say it exactly as we see it, right? The Queen of Swords is that. She is all over that. She is... I love the Queen of Swords because I would say she's got a mouth like a sewer. So when she's ready to let rip, you will know about it. When you're doing something that she doesn't agree with or goes against whatever, she will let you know. But the thing about her, at the depths of who she is, she's ultimately very, very fair. And your communications are taking this on board this month. So you're kind of saying, look, you know what? Let's cut the crap. Let's call it as we see it. Across the board, and just be honest, upfront and open about it all, and we'll, you know, come what may, we'll deal with it from there. But your communication style is going through a big shift this month, and you could find yourself being a lot more blunt than you usually are. You could find yourself really saying to people, you know what, yeah, all right, let's look at both sides of the argument, but if we're going to do that, let's not pussyfoot around it, right? We've got to really look at it and call it as it actually is, right? And there's a lot of that happening for you this month, which is really exciting. So your personal relationships this month, finally you've got some good news and some different energy. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, right? So personal life looks good. For those of you that are partnered, the Ace of Pentacles suggests that this newfound energy that's coming into you is going to bode very, very well for your relationship. You could find that a partner's kind of saying, wow, I kind of like this new side of you. Like, you know, run with it, go with it. And you could find yourself being more expressive of this new this new incarnation of self, right? And I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you're not a different person to who you were last year when you had your solar return, there's probably a couple of issues, right? We're supposed to change. We're supposed to evolve. This is great though. Ace of Pentacles looks very good. When it comes to joint finances look good. You're getting really serious about this stuff though. And for a lot of couples, you know, whether you're Sun, Moon or Ascendant Libra, this month you could be really getting very serious about let's find a place of our own, right? Now is the time for us to settle down. Now's the time for us to find the family home, the forever home, whatever you want to call it. For those of you that are single, you are on the prowl, and this month with the Ace of Pentacles, it looks like you're finding somebody that is really grounded, really practical, somebody that just gets you, and somebody that really kind of likes who you're becoming, right? And the thing is, they've got no point of reference for who you quote unquote used to be, so they're not going to hold you to the same standards as other people. I hope that makes sense. So your first week of the month, you've got the Magician card, right? So you have the power to relinquish your hold on whatever this thing is, right? For some of you, it could possibly talk about an old pattern. It might be that you look at a social circle. It might be that you look at a certain person and say, actually, you know what, as much as I love you and I enjoy the time that I spend with you, the pattern that we are in is destructive. The Magician card basically says that you have the power to communicate said feelings. If you are met with resistance or, oh, why are you changing the dynamic or whatever, maybe, just maybe that alignment or that relationship, you know, whatever it is, work, platonic, personal, isn't the one for you, right? If you're saying that you want to change something because it's no longer working for you, anyone that truly loves and cares about you will allow you to change and evolve in a way that is beneficial to you, that feels right to you. Second week of the month, you've got the Death card. You're definitely letting something go this month. You're definitely phasing out some form of a financial commitment, and the feeling that I get from it, it's almost like you're saying, this has to go. It no longer has a place in my life. It no longer has a place in on my path, and I have to release it. I have to let it go. Now, interestingly enough, the Death card, number 13, 1 and 3 gives you 4 right underneath the 4 of Swords. So again, you know, you've got this progression into this 4 energy. Check this out as well. How exciting is this? The Magician card, number 1, 3 of Swords, 4. So you've got a double hit of 4 energy. Virgo had 3 4s in their reading. So the number 4 again is very prominent for you. Foundation, building. What is it that you want to lay the foundations for? What is it that you want to build in your life now? Pay attention, because you will get the prompts, you will get the pushes of what needs to be let go so that you can build what it is that you truly say that you want and desire now. Third week of the month, you've got the Moon card, right? So yeah, some people are probably going to be quite confused by some of the ways that you are this month. It's going to kind of have that element of, okay, where is all of this coming from? And it's just because you're ready to break out of the cycles of who you have been and step into the cycles of who it is that you would like to be. You're really shifting, you're really changing. And if other people are kind of confused by that, don't just kind of ramrod people, right? Be honest, be upfront, be all of that, but, you know, take some time to explain it to people. That's the thing about the Queen of Swords. Remember I said she's very fair, and this isn't about having to justify your changes or what it is that you're doing. It's not about that at all. That's a different energy. It's about explaining it, so letting people know this is the way that things are going to be from here on in. If you can be a part of that and it's not a problem to you, awesome. If not, you know, unfortunately we're going to have to find a way through it, or we're going to have to part ways. It's not a case of my way or the highway. It's just saying, you know what, I know what I'm ready and willing to move past and beyond now, you know, and I need people that are going to be on board with that. Fourth week of the month, you've got the Devil card. All right, so for those of you that are single, you might find that this new person coming in, very grounded, very practical, but they might be a little bit materialistic, and it might be up to you to kind of say to them, I'm not just about that. I mean, you are a Libra, so you like pretty things, you like nice things, you like harmony, balance, comfort, all of that stuff, but there is a big side of you that needs that mental stimulation as well. And it's kind of like you're saying, you know what, don't just rely on the aesthetics or the physical. I'm going to need more than that. You know, there needs to be some substance from it. For those of you that are partnered with the Devil card, it could very much be, like I said, you take in charge. It could, for some of you, you could really kind of find that you're going not too far with it, but you could find that, you know, you're certainly being a lot more forthright. And like I said, while your partner is really enjoying this, don't just kind of say, right, well, let's go from 1 to 100 and just leave it at 100. This is about finding that way to undulate. You know, between 0 and 100 there are a whole other bunch of numbers. And then for your key to the month, this month you get the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles has been very active this month in readings. So the fact that you got the Five of Pentacles for your let's pull another one actually. So this is about lack, but it's not about lack. For your reading, especially with the cards that came up right at the beginning, it's actually about loss, right? It's about letting something go. And the fact that you got the Knight of Chalices, I mean, or the Knight of Cups, right? But it's chalices in this deck. This kind of says that so if you're leaving a job, expect a counter offer. If you are leaving a person, expect them to give you the whole story of I can change, I will change. Actions speak louder than words, and this is going to be your mantra from now on for the next year ahead. Is very much going to be like, I am ready to make changes. You can see that I'm doing that, and you're leading by example this year, you know, from this month on especially. Anybody that isn't doing that, where it's unfounded, you will spot it very, very quickly. Wherever somebody is just paying you lip service, you'll be very aware this month. The fact that you've got the Knight of Chalices means that you want different offers, you want different opportunities. The fact that it falls with the Five of Pentacles means that you understand that relinquishing one thing always leads to another. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. I hope you have a fantastic month. I hope you have a fantastic birthday. Take care, and I'll see you soon.